Right now, we are going to talk about something which I know a lot of people do. Keep negotiating with their past. Keep talking to their past about things that have happened, why they have happened, and how they could have happened differently.
So basically, they're living in the past.
Yeah.
They're not even living in the future, and they're not living in the present.
Yeah. So Buddha said, if you are anxious, you're living in the future.
Right.
If you're depressed, you're living in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Only when you live in the present, in this moment, right now, right here, can you be at peace.
Can you and be happy?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
So you will never fix your future if you keep negotiating with your past. But it's easier said than done because the past is engraved throughout our body where we hold our emotions and our pain. It's engraved in our memories. We have photographic memories. So we have photographic, videographic replays of scenes in our heads.
No, I think that's a mindset, and I know that I have, and I know that you have done a lot of work and sort of reading when it comes to changing your mindset, right? I think the easiest way, or a way that I think we should all be, is, yes, things happen in your past. It's a past for a reason. 2 points, right? The first point being, it's your past. You've done the work in the sense you're out of it, the situation or whatever it was, the decision, you've dealt with it. You've moved past it, right? Secondly, if you view it as not a mistake, but a lesson, and you actually do with it what you're supposed to do with it, which is reflect, which is take the learning from it and incorporate those lessons into your daily, your daily life, into your present. I think that's a beautiful thing, right?
Yes, absolutely it is. I have worked very hard to have this mindset. I know you have as well. But how to cultivate such a mindset? I mean, situations where one has been humiliated, degraded, broken, and those are situations that are like such huge pillars sticking out of the roadway, and sometimes it's like a wall. I know this person who's like, and I just used this word just recently, the sentence with them that, failure is not a mistake. Just replace the word failure with the word lesson. It was a lesson. That's more like neuro-linguistic programming. But everyone doesn't understand that. What would you think, Natasha, is like the tip, the starting point of moving past that trauma even? For a lot of people.
It definitely takes a little bit of time, right? Because there's going to be so many thoughts and so much stuff that's going on, and your body's catching up with your mind and your mind's catching up with your body. So first, let's be kind to ourselves. Give yourself that grace. But if you can then, after you've sort of, your mind and your body have reconnected and so forth, if you're able to then look at, very difficult, but it's doable, right? Look at yourself in that situation. Who was you? What was being triggered? What was happening? What was your reactions? And I'm not saying you have to try and understand your behaviors opposed to the behaviors that were happening in the situation, right? Because we're going to use this situation to better ourselves. That's the whole thing. If you can use that situation to better yourself, I think you come out as the winner. Right?
I agree.
Because you've just grown spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You've just grown from it. Right? And if you're able to pinpoint that, maybe my reaction in that point was a trigger to this childhood wound, or, and it gives you so much insight. You shouldn't have any regrets in life. No regrets. Go with that philosophy. No regrets. Because you can always find something beautiful from every single situation, right? You just really have to look at it. Look for what the beautiful part was. And for a majority of us, I think the beautiful part is when you're able to self-reflect. You're able to look at your actions and what you was doing, and you're able to grow from it. Oh my God, that is priceless.
Yeah.
That is absolutely priceless. Because once you have that awareness, you know what? That, okay, this is what I'm doing, and this is probably the reason why I'm doing it. Once you have the realization, that's the first step. Then you go and you do the shadow work, and you go and do, the work on it to correct it. Boom. How much more of a nicer and better person are you for it?
Yeah. I watched this TED Talk.
Okay.
I love the word. I've got two things to say. One, I loved it when you say, give yourself time to move on and give yourself grace. It's so beautifully said. Because there's a Urdu cliche, they say, लड़ाई के बाद जो घूंसा याद आए वो अपने मुंह पे मार लेना चाहिए. Okay. So these are folks who are not giving themselves grace, who are not allowing even yourselves to make mistakes. So, we as Desi people are actually coming from that kind of mindset.
Right.
So there was a TED Talk, and of course, it's not a Desi person giving the TED Talk, and she's talking about that every time she would come back from school, her dad would ask her and her siblings, so what mistakes did you make today? So instead of asking his children, what are the highlights? What are your wins today?
Right.
He would ask, what mistakes did you make today?
Oh, that's amazing.
And
then
goodness. All three of them would come up with like a list of all the mistakes that they did. Oh, I dropped my sandwich, or, I misspelled a word. Because बच्चों में school में तो यही mistakes होंगे ना आपके, that, I should have spelled it correctly.
Right.
Or I should not have touched their sandwich or something like that, So they made the mistake, and they would talk the mistakes that they made. They would make a list of it, and they would discuss it. And that taught those kids,
gave them the lesson
to embrace those mistakes and learn from them and grow from them.
Right.
And I think this is a learned behavior कि हम किस तरीके से अपनी गलतियों को देखते हैं, and then we actually learn from them and become a better person.
And I think that's where the whole victim mindset comes from as well.
Yeah.
If you're not able to look at what your contribution was, a majority of the time it is like, a reactive response, right? You're reacting to, say, bad behavior. And you got to acknowledge that as well, right? You've got to acknowledge that it was their bad behavior. That's why I reacted in the way I did. And that, you have to be honest with that. And if that's the case, then you're golden, you're good, right? But on the flip side, just an example, I opened a jar incorrectly and I couldn't get it open. What's my lesson from that? Okay, well, maybe next time if I try this way, if I don't know, maybe tap to the top of it, or maybe I use like a towel or something to open it, then I've already set myself up for not failing again. Right?
You're right.
It comes down to the self-reflection, but I would definitely love to watch that TED Talk.
I love that TED Talk. I think she's wearing an orange outfit in it because I had this photographic memory coming in.
Okay.
But building on to what you just said, Natasha, I think all of the advancement of the human civilization lies on the principle of trial and error. Making mistakes is a part of it. Life would
be so boring if you didn't make mistakes.
Right? Like, why don't people have this kind of life would be so boring if you didn't make mistakes.
Right.
Who likes a perfect person?
Right.
Nobody. We hate perfect people.
Right.
Yeah.
And I know,
except for Kim Kardashian.
I know a lot of people aspire to that. They have this timeline: go to school, get a job, get a mortgage, get a house. There is like this sort of society timeline that's there. But do we really want to live life like that? Do we really want that? Do we really want that? And I think we were having the conversation earlier about, when life throws you lemons, right? When a situation happens, those times, that particular time is what a lot of people use to elevate them. Right? Because if you're having a very smooth sailing life, everything is the way it's supposed to be, where are you going to be able to find that drive and that commitment to propel yourself, to move yourself to the next phase? So you know what? I mean, I've done, like, a lot of people have sort of commented that, you know what, when you go through a life scenario, life situation, if you've gone through poverty, that feeling of poverty, it will burn inside of you and give you that much momentum, right? Where you're able to change your mindset that, you know what, I'm not going my whole life in poverty and I'm going to do something about it.
So what you're really saying is that our reaction to a situation like this actually determines who we are.
Yeah.
So you mentioned when life gives you lemons, Natasha, I want to share this. So, the cliche is, when life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. So I thought I one-upped it by saying when life gives you lemons, make a lemon margarita or something, right?
Why not?
But I just saw a clip.
Okay.
I have known about this clip, but I just saw it a few weeks ago.
Okay.
I actually have it saved somewhere here too. But that clip talks about, so it's like a scene from a movie.
Right.
And this guy is saying, he's talking about so this guy is about to say, when life gives you lemons, make a lemonade. But the other guy says, if life gave me lemons, I would launch a marketing campaign telling the world how rare lemons are and how good they are for your skin.
Right.
And how they will make you have perfect babies.
Right.
And how they will take your business to the next level.
Right.
I will market the hell out of lemons and sell it more expensive than diamonds.
Okay.
That's what he would do if life would give him lemons. And I was like, wow, what a mindset that is.
That's it. It all boils down to your mindset and what you do with it. It's that fire within you and what you do with it.
So, coming back, you will never fix your future if you keep negotiating with your past.